7.
Yeah, there we go. Should be recording right now. This is a bad idea, I guarantee. Oh, I can see it in the corner. It's recording. Yeah, I finally got another action license. This is like 100,000. I didn't get a license. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get the full thing for this. I have extra money I can probably spend on this. And I honestly want to, start doing the YouTube channel a little more. I'm not very interesting. I have no idea why like 30 people subscribe. Yeah, I'm finally doing another video, guys. Isn't that beautiful? As you can see, here we have, this is a bit loud for you, and whatever. This right here is Ultimate Custom Night, and we're gonna be dealing with I've just been digging around. My high score so far is 70 since my last restart of the game because of Mr. Toy Freddy. Notice we could also set all the 20 and die immediately. Now, I've been messing around with Toy Freddy and with all this random garbage. I'm gonna be honest here. What is that? Is that my frame rate? Yeah, under that, I assume that's my frame rate. That's the best I can get out of that. So yeah, we're running at about 38, 29 frames per second. Around 29. We're getting 28 and 30, and then usually 29. So I'd say we're pretty good. I'm just sticking around with this tiny little box shows me so much information. I like this. I'm not sponsored. We're gonna do the most dangerous run. We're gonna put all the most dangerous animatronics on. You know what? No, what I'm gonna do? Mr. Hippo. I'm gonna let him kill me. I'm gonna see which one he tells me this time. He tells me something new. The last one he gave me, I've only killed by him once, I think. No, twice. I got we were sitting by the river one, I think, and we got a, we're lagging a little, whatever. And I got what about pigeons? Which I don't know if anyone has actually heard yet, unless they've played the game and been killed by him. Okay, we've done this before. I've had every single vent-dwelling animatronic kill me now. But it's a bit annoying when they're idiots. It's like, come on, dude. I set you to 20. You should be making a beeline. Oh my god, not this again.
Oh, how unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
Alright, mate, can you come over here and kill me?
Jar, me bird likes you, so I'll do ye a favor.
That's good. Give me 1% power. Why is he not attacking? This is a bunch of shit. What is this? This is rigged. This game is rigged. Let's try and figure out. While we wait for him to do something. Let's try and figure out. Oh, no, I know what it is. We're dealing with the puppet, aren't we? Alright, fine. You want to come through that one, then come through that one. I ain't stopping you. Alright, for God's sakes. Why did they put this thing in the kitchen? That doesn't make much sense to me. Anyway, yeah. We're dealing with the puppet, it would seem. Oh, I got poop. Now listen up.
It seems that you have met your end. Oh, what a pity.
This is a new one.
I don't feel too bad about it, though. After all, if it weren't me, it would have just been one of the others, I guess. I'm honestly just glad to be out of those air ducts. You know, it's not easy for a hippopotamus to fit up there, and not easy to get down either, and not as young as I used to be, as you can see. I used to be able to do all sorts of things. You're young, you're vibrant, you have that sort of pep in your step. It reminds me of a conversation I was having with one of my good friends, Orville.
Oh, good.
We were having a nice picnic one day. I believe it was summer. No, perhaps it was it the fall? Yes. It was the fall because the leaves had turned already. But I said to Orville, I says, Orville, I have a story to tell you. And Orville looked at me, kind of odd and said, well, what's it about? I said to him, Not every story has to be about something, Orville. Sometimes a person just wants to talk. Why does everything have to be a story? I said to him. He just looked at me and he said, well, you said you had a story, and, he was quite right. I did, in fact. I told him I had a story. I suppose if a person just wants to talk, then it's best to not announce that you're telling a story. Telling a story does come with its own pressures and expectations, I suppose. After all, if you're just talking to a friend, then there's no more expectations than if you were talking into the wind. Words by themselves aren't expected to carry and aren't expected to stick. But if you announce you're telling a story, well then, there'd better be a point to it all, No one wants to sit and listen to someone ramble on and on and on with absolutely no end in sight. So, it's good to be mindful that when you tell someone that you're about to tell a story, that you have something to say. Telling someone that you're going to tell them a story is tantamount to asking them to stop what they're doing and pay attention. You're basically saying, hey, buddy, stop everything. Stop what you're thinking. I have a solution to everything. And, well, I didn't really have any story to tell. In hindsight, I probably just misspoke when I said that I had a story. I think it would have just been better to tell Orville that I wanted to tell him something rather than tell him that I had a story. But, even then, it might have put too much importance on the whole thing. Either way, it was quite a nice day. I remember that we were drinking tea.
So anyway, to Dr. Phil, I'll get DD repel. Thank you. Yeah, it was the puppet. So I've gotten 3 of them now. Let's pull another one. Let's just see if we can get something else out of him. Why don't we? And hopefully this time, like, Dee or whatever the hell doesn't come in and molest us. I'm gonna speed up this time, please. I'm gonna audio lure you. It's right over here. Right here. It's right here. Well, Mr. Hippo, what? There's a huge racket going on right over here. You should definitely check it out.
How unfortunate.
I hate you.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
Get over here so I want to see what she added. Thank you.
My friend, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if it weren't from me, it would have just been from someone else, I guess what I'm trying to say is life goes on.
There's one on the game there is.
For everyone else, life goes on. Not for you. You're dead. But that's neither here nor there. It reminds me of one summer day in the park. I was having just a delightful picnic with my good friend Orville. And I said to him, Orville, I have a story. And he said to me, what's the significance of the story? And I said to him, Orville, not every story has to have significance, Sometimes a story is just a story. If you try to read into every little thing and find meaning in everything anyone says, you'll just drive yourself crazy. I had a friend do it once. Wasn't pretty. We talked about it for years. And not only that, but you'll likely end up believing something you shouldn't believe and thinking something you shouldn't think, or assuming something you shouldn't assume, Sometimes, I said, a story is just a story. So just be quiet for 1 second of your life and eat your sandwich, okay? Of course, it was only then I realized I'd made sandwiches, and poor Orville was having such difficulty eating it. Elephants have those clumsy hands, Actually, I suppose that's the problem. They don't have hands at all, do they? They're all feet. And I couldn't imagine someone asking me to eat a sandwich with my feet. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bakery nearby. I said to him, Orville, let me go get you some rye bread. Now, I'm unsure if elephants enjoy rye bread, but I assure you that Orville does. Now, this was on a Tuesday, which was good because rye bread was always fresh on Tuesday. They made sourdough bread on Monday and threw it out Wednesday, or rather they sold it at a discount for people wanting to feed the ducks, and then probably at the end of the day, finally, they threw it all out. I don't recall. I do remember a man who would bring his son to the bakery every Wednesday and then go feed the ducks. He would buy all of the sourdough bread. Of course, you're not supposed to feed the ducks sourdough bread at all. It swells up in their stomach and then they all die. At least that's what I've heard. I never saw any ducks die myself, but I did notice a substantial decrease in the duck population over the course of a few years. I just never thought to stop the man and tell him that he was killing the ducks by feeding them sourdough bread. And if you want my opinion on the matter, and I told Orville this as well, if you want to feed ducks, or birds, or any kind for that matter, it's best to buy seed. I mean, when you think about it, breads of any sort don't occur in nature. They don't grow on trees or spring up from the bushes. I don't think birds know what to do with bread. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So I bought Orville some rye bread. What a fine day it was.
What a fine day, indeed. Let's do one more, and then we're going to actually do a serious play. I love hearing these guys say, I want to get the pigeon one up. I haven't seen it online yet. Along with that last one, I haven't seen any of these online yet. Except maybe on the wiki, but that's a whole other monster. Yeah, yo, it's in the it's in the duck hunt system. Is there a duck animatronic? Oh. No, there actually isn't, is there? There's a chicken animatronic. There's like 5. You don't have any duck animatronics, though. It's surprising. We got weird-ass candy cadets. We got drunken puppets. We got all kinds of bullshit. We have jack-o'-lantern chickens, but we don't have... You should check that out. Thank you. Oh, short.
It seems that you have met a horrible demise, my friend. But, these things happen, and life goes on. Not for you, obviously. You're dead. But it reminds me of a time I was having a conversation with my friend Orville. We were, where were we? I think we were by the... river. We were sitting by the river and watching the fish leap over the falls. And I said to Orville, sometimes I feel like a fish leaping over and over again, always trying to get somewhere, though I don't know where, only to find myself in the jaws of a beast. He, of course, looked at me, surprised, Have you been in the jaws of a beast, friend? To which I said, no, of course not, Orville. I said, no. I simply meant that life can seem like a relentless endeavor to overcome meaningless obstacles, only to meet an equally meaningless fate, regardless of your efforts, regardless of the obstacles you've passed. And Orville, he stood and proceeded to drape me with a picnic cloth, to which I asked him, I said,
fiction.
Friend, what are you doing? He looked at me very concerned, really. I feel like you've gotten too much sun. Indeed, indeed I had. He proceeded to pour me a glass of just ice-cold lemonade. Ooh, you ever mix it with iced tea? You do like a little half lemonade, half... Ooh, it's so... You should try it some... Well, you can't because you're dead. But anyways, so you may be asking yourself, how did I go from sitting by the falls and drinking lemonade to being wedged in the air duct? Not only with Orville, but with an entire assortment of fruity-colored friends. Well, there's really no good answer to that, but perhaps I met a demise of my own at some point, and this is my afterlife or my dream. Whatever it might mean, I honestly don't know. Or maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. Maybe it doesn't mean anything at all.
There we go, guys. Doesn't mean anything at all. Alright, I'll see you mates in the next video. Why did you watch this? Which one did I find? Stop recording? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Goodbye.